Have you ever caught someone looking at you a little too long, their eyes darting away the second you notice? Or maybe there's that guy who seems to always show up in your orbit, pretending it's just coincidence, but deep down you sense it's more than that. The truth is, sometimes feelings are obvious without being spoken. Sometimes a crush hides in the silence, in the nervous laughter, in the hesitation to say the very thing the heart is screaming. Today we're going to uncover the subtle, powerful signs that he secretly has a crush on you, but is too scared to admit it. And as we do, I want you to think about the power of connection, the beauty of vulnerability, and the courage it takes to step forward into love. Because love, whether whispered or shouted, is one of the most extraordinary forces in our lives. And the signs that someone cares about you are not just about romance. They're about humanity, about how we reach out even when fear tries to hold us back. That's why I invite you, as you listen, to lean in with curiosity, with openness, and with a heart ready to recognize the unspoken language of affection. And before we go any deeper, let me say this: subscribe our channel Next Gen Emotive, because here we're not just decoding emotions, we're building a community of strength, clarity, and motivation to help you grow in every part of your life. Now let's talk about that first sign. When someone has a crush on you, they may struggle to maintain eye contact, not because they don't want to look at you, but because looking at you feels like staring at the sun. It's too bright, too overwhelming, too revealing. Their eyes may flicker away when yours meet, yet somehow you still catch them staring when they think you're not looking. This is the language of admiration wrapped in nervousness. It's not rejection, it's reverence. Recognize it, because it often means you are more powerful in their world than you realize. The second sign lies in his actions, not his words. He might go out of his way to help you in small, almost invisible ways. Maybe he remembers that you like your coffee a certain way. Maybe he adjusts his schedule just to walk with you. Or he lingers when you're around, offering his time freely without asking for anything in return. These gestures are like seeds, tiny, consistent, quiet, but they grow into something undeniable. When someone invests their energy in you without ever saying the word crush, what they're really doing is confessing with their actions what they can't yet say with their voice. The third sign is his nervousness. You'll notice it not because he treats everyone this way, but because he treats you differently. His words might stumble, his laugh may sound awkward, or he may fidget when you talk to him. And here's what's powerful: nervousness is not weakness. Nervousness is proof that you matter. It's evidence that your presence carries weight. When a man who is usually composed suddenly loses his cool around you, that's not clumsiness. It's courage fighting with fear. It's his heart racing ahead of his mind. Now the fourth sign is subtle, but it's often the most telling. He remembers things about you, not just the big things, like your birthday or your favorite color, but the small fleeting comments you barely remember saying yourself. Maybe you once mentioned your favorite childhood song, and months later he brings it up. Maybe you talked about wanting to visit a certain city, and suddenly he's sharing videos or articles about it. This isn't random, it's intentional. When someone truly listens, it means they value your words, your dreams, your story. And when he does this quietly, without boasting, it's because he's carrying your words like treasures. The fifth sign is that he notices when something's off. He may not say it directly, but you'll feel it. He asks if you're okay when no one else does. He notices the change in your tone, the hesitation in your smile, the silence in your usual laughter. This kind of awareness doesn't come from casual observation. It comes from care, and care is one of the purest, deepest expressions of affection. If he is tuned into your emotional frequency, it's because you occupy a special place in his heart. Finally, the sixth sign: he struggles with jealousy, even when he tries to hide it. Maybe he's quiet when you talk about someone else. Maybe he changes the subject, or his mood shifts slightly. He doesn't lash out because he knows he has no right, but inside his heart wrestles with the fear of losing something he's never even claimed. That kind of jealousy is not about control, it's about longing. It's about wanting to be the person who matters most to you even though fear keeps him silent. Now here's the bigger picture. Why are we talking about these signs? Because recognizing them isn't just about romance. It's about learning to see beyond the surface. It's about becoming aware of the emotions people carry, often hidden behind walls of fear and hesitation. And sometimes recognizing these signs gives someone the courage they've been searching for. Courage to speak, courage to try, courage to love. But I want you to hear this. Whether or not you return his feelings, whether or not you even want the same connection, there's something empowering about being someone worth the risk of nervousness, worth the effort of remembering details, worth the battle between fear and desire. You are worth being admired, you are worth being cherished. And the signs of his silent crush are really reflections of your own impact. The impact you have on the people around you, even when you don't see it. So let this be more than a list of signs. Let it be a reminder that in a world full of noise, someone is paying quiet attention to you. A reminder that your presence has weight, that your smile has power, and that your story is touching lives even in ways you don't realize. And if he is too scared to say it, remember, fear is not the absence of love. Fear often walks hand in hand with love, because love makes us vulnerable, and vulnerability requires bravery. But here's the challenge I want to leave you with. Don't let fear rule your own life. If you feel something, say it. If you care, show it. If you love, live it. Because the worst regret is not rejection, it's wondering what could have happened if you had only been brave enough to speak. Love, like life, is not meant to be half-lived. It's meant to be pursued with courage, with passion, with authenticity. So as you finish listening today, I want you to carry this with you. The signs are all around you, not just in crushes, but in friendships, in opportunities, in dreams. Life whispers before it shouts. Pay attention, step into courage, and above all, remember, you are worthy of the love that hides in the silence and the love that declares itself loudly. Both are mirrors of your value, and when the moment comes, may you not only recognize the signs but have the strength to follow where they lead.